Hello everyone, I am Mustafa Can Kartal. Today, together with Mehmet Fatih Kızıldağ, we will give you information about network security and how to protect ourselves from cyber attacks. First, let's talk about what is network security. Network security refers to protection of computer networks from unauthorized access, attacks, and misuse. With the increasing reliance on digital communications and data storage, network security has become crucial in protecting sensitive information from cyber threats. The importance of network security cannot be overstated. A single security breach can result in significant financial loss and damage to reputation. Network security measures are therefore essential for organizations to safeguard their operations and protect their customers' data. Network security consists of several elements such as access control, encryption, antivirus, anti-malware, security information, and image management. Another part is network history and evolving threats. Improving the network security is a top priority for every business and organizations today. If we look back up to the history of network security, starting around 1960s, and the topic began as soon as people started realizing that there was intrinsic value in data. This happened with the series of events in the information and digital age unfolded in the second half of the 20th century. Network security has come a long way since the early days of computer networking. As the number of connected devices continues to grow, so does need for network security. Cybercriminals are becoming increasingly sophisticated and organizations must continuously update their security measures to protect their assets. Despite the advances in the network security, cybercriminals are continuously evolving their tactics to exploit vulnerabilities in networks. Some other emerging threats include ransomware, Internet of Things attacks, social engineering. Now we will cover some security threats. With the widespread use of the Internet and advancements in technology, our networks face various threats. These threats are posed by computer hackers, malicious software developers, and cybercriminals who employ a range of methods. In this article, we will delve deeper into common network threats such as DDoS attacks, Trojan and spyware, viruses and worms, social engineering, man-in-the-middle attacks, and physical threats. Let's start with attacks with DOS and DDoS attacks. DOS attack is denial of service, and DDoS attack is distributed denial of service. These attacks aim to network or specific service, making it inaccessible to users. In a DOS attack, a single source flows the target network with the overwhelming amount of traffic, while DDoS attacks involve multiple compromised sources. These attacks can disturb service and cause financial losses. The other thing is Trojan and spyware. Trojan are malicious programs disguised as legitimate software. They can enable unauthorized access to a system, allowing attackers to steal sensitive information, gain control over the infected device, or install additional malware. Spyware, on the other hand, is designed to gather information without the user knowledge. It can browse in caches, capture keystrokes, and collect personal data. The other thing is viruses and worms. Viruses and worms are types of malicious software. Viruses attack themselves to executable files and replicate by infecting other files. They can cause damage to data, spread across systems, and disturb normal operations. Worms, on the other hand, are standalone programs that can replicate and spread independently, typically over networks. They can exploit to gain unauthorized access, consume network resources, or carry out bad activities. Another thing is social engineering. Social engineering involves manipulating individuals to gain unauthorized access or divulge sensitive information. Attackers use such psychological manipulation techniques to deceive users into revealing passwords, confidential data, or performing actions that compromise network security. Common social engineering tactics include phishing mails, phone scams, information impersonating, and pretexting. The other thing is man-in-the-middle attacks. In the man-in-the-middle attack, an attacker intercepts communication between two parties without their knowledge. The attackers can modify or inject malicious content into the communication. The last thing is physical threats. Physical threats refer to risks posed to network infrastructure or device through physical means. These threats include theft, vandalism, unauthorized access to network equipment or sensitive areas, tampering with the cables or connections, or damage caused by natural disasters. Now we will consider some security solutions. Organizations and individuals utilize various security measures and solutions to protect their networks and keep sensitive information secure. Among these measures are firewall, instruction detection and prevention system, virtual private network solutions, data encryption, antivirus and anti-malware software, network access control, and secure software updates. These network security measures work together to protect networks and defend against threats like cyber threats and data breaches. Each solution employs different methods and techniques to mitigate security vulnerabilities and ensure the security of networks. First thing is firewall concept and working principle. A firewall is network security device that acts as a barrier between an internal network and external networks, such as the internet. Its primary function is to monitor and control incoming and outgoing network traffic based on the predetermined security rules. Firewalls can be hardware or software based on operate by examining packets of data and determining whether to allow or block them based on the defined criteria, such as source and destinations, IP addresses, ports, protocols, and packet contents. The other thing is interaction detection and prevention system. Interaction and detection and prevention systems are security solutions that monitor network traffic for suspicious activities and unauthorized access attempts. We will more examine about the system in following sections. The other thing is a VPN. A VPN is a secure network connection that allows users to access private networks or public networks such as the internet. VPN provides encryption and authorization mechanism to secure the data transmitted between the user's device and networks, ensuring privacy and integrity. VPN solutions create a virtual tunnel through which data encrypted, preventing unauthorized users from intercepting or accessing sensitive information. The other thing is data encryption. Data encryption process of converting plain text, it means unencrypted data, into the ciphertext, it means encrypted data, to protect it from unauthorized access. Encryption algorithms use cryptographic keys to transform data into the unreadable format, making it useless to unauthorized individuals. We will more explanations examined about this system in the following sections. The other thing is antivirus and anti-malware software. Antivirus and anti-malware software are security solutions designed to detect, prevent, and remove malicious software, it means malware, from computer systems. They can protect against a wide range of threats, including viruses, worms, trojans, ransomware, spyware, and adware. Antivirus software scans files and applications through the non-malware signatures, while more advanced solutions employ behavior-based detection techniques to identify suspicious behavior and zero-day threats. Regular updates are crucial to keep antivirus software effective against the latest threats. The other thing is network access control. It means NAC. NAC is a security approach to regulate and manage access to network based on the individual identity complications with the protected security policies. NAC solutions ensure that only authorized and compliant devices and users can access the networks. NAC helps prevent unauthorized access, contain malware outbreaks, and maintain network integrity. Last thing is secure software updates. Secure software updates are essential for maintaining the security and stability of software applications. Software vendors release updates and patch fix vulnerabilities, bugs, and performance issues. Regularly updating the software reduces the risk of hacking by attackers. Now, we will continue with Fatih.
And my name is Mehmet Fatih and I will keep on presentation. As Mustafa mentioned, network security is a critical aspect of modern technology as companies rely more and more on interconnect devices to carry out business operations. Cyber threats continue to grow in both frequency and complexity, making it increasingly important for organizations to implement effective network security measures. I will talk more about several cases on network security techniques that can help protect your organization from potential security breaches. Data encryption is the process of converting plain text into secret code to protect sensitive information. This is commonly used to secure data during transmissions, storage, or communication. Encryption ensures that our sensitive information, such as passwords or credit card numbers, are not intercepted or accessed by unauthorized parties. Encryption is a critical tool in cybersecurity and is used to protect data in various sectors, including finance, healthcare, and government. Its history dates back to the Caesar encryption method, which was used to prevent to understanding of typed letters. However, it's simple to crack such easy passwords nowadays. Therefore, it's necessary to use safe methods. Secure authentication is the process of verifying the identity of user or device to ensure that only authorized entities can access a system or application. It involves validating the user's identity by verifying one or more pieces of information such as passwords, smart cards, or biometric data. Secure authentication is important because it helps protect sensitive information such as personal data, financial information, and intellectual property. Authentication methods could involve requiring the user to provide single or multiple pieces of information to verify their identity, such as constantly changing instant password. IP security is used for protecting sensitive data such as financial transactions, medical records, and corporate communications as it's transmitted across the network. It's also used to secure virtual private networks, which VPNs, uh, where IP security tunneling encrypts all data sent between two endpoints. IPsec can also encrypt application layer data and provide security for routers sending routing data across the public internet. Encryption at the application or the transport layer of the OSI model, Open System Interconnection model, can securely transmit data without using IPsec. In OSI model, there are 7 layers and they have understand which layer of the network they can to defend. For example, at application layer, HTTPS performs the encryption, while at the transport layer, TLS protocol provides the encryption. On log monitoring is the practices involved in log management and analysis to help IT teams manage their infrastructure and operations. Devices like routers, firewalls, and load balancers form the backbone of network security. Network error logging and monitoring can help you ensure these devices are function properly. These programs can show information about the network transmission, such as protocols which has been used. So it's also useful for establishing secure communication, auditing, and resolving network errors. I will mention logging more in the following section also. Patch management is a critical process in maintaining the security and stability of computer systems. It involves assessing, acquiring, testing, uh, prioritizing, deploying, and validating patches for products and systems. The main goal of patch management is to identify and fix vulnerabilities that could be exploited by attackers. Effective patch management is essential to keep system and network secure. Without regular patching, attackers can exploit known vulnerabilities to gain unauthorized access, steal data, or cause other types of damage. In conclusion, patch management should be a standard practice for any organization that wants to ensure the security and stability of its computer systems. On secure wireless network, it can be particularly vulnerable to cyber attacks as they are often more accessible than wired networks. Secure wireless network use a combination of encryption, authentication, and access control to minimize the risk of unauthorized access and data theft. In this part, we will be discussing the importance of network security monitoring and management to understand why it is crucial to have proper monitoring and management of network security in today's world. Network security monitoring and management is uh, critical for ensuring the safety and integrity of computer networks. Without proper monitoring, it can be difficult to identify and prevent potential threats and attacks, leading to serious consequences such as data breaches and loss of sensitive information. Uh, in this part, we will cover various aspects of network security monitoring and management, including different types of threats, attack vectors, best practices for monitoring and management, and different tools and technologies used for this purpose. Monitoring and management are our two main topics. Let's explain them first. Network security monitoring is the process of constantly monitoring a computer network for security events and potential threats. It involves the use of various tools and techniques to identify and respond to security events in a timely manner. By monitoring network traffic and detecting suspicious activity, organizations can prevent data breaches, network downtime, and other security incidents. There are various types of security monitoring tools can be used, including IDS, IPS, SIEM systems, as we talked before, and network performance monitoring tools. The second topic is network security management. It refers to the process of implementing, maintaining, and updating the security measures and policies and policies that protect a network from unauthorized access, attacks, and threats. It involves the deployment of security technologies such as firewall and intrusion detection systems, including SIEM systems, vulnerability scanners, and access control systems. SIEM system collects and analyzes security-related data from multiple sources, such as firewalls and intrusion detection systems. Policies and procedures are also essential components of network security management. Examples of such policies include password policies, remote access policies, and data retention policies. Procedures may include incident response plans, disaster recovery plans, and security training and awareness programs can be given. IDS systems are passive and detect suspicious activities by analyzing network traffic, while IPS systems actively prevent such activities by blocking traffic that is deemed to be malicious. IDS/IPS systems typically use a combination of signature-based detection, anomaly detection, and behavioral analysis to identify security threats. There are various tools available, including open source tools such as Snort and Suricata, and commercial products such as Cisco's Firepower and Palo Alto's Panorama. I will show you Snort as an example, which includes usage and installation in the next section. Configuring and tuning IDS/IPS systems is crucial for optimal performance. Organizations need to define appropriate security policies, thresholds, and rules for their IDS/IPS systems to minimize false positives and false negatives. SIEM is a technology that enables security professionals to collect, analyze, and manage security-related data from different sources in a centralized system. SIEM systems collect data from various sources such as network devices, servers, and applications, and apply advanced analytics to detect security events. It works by collecting and aggregating security-related data from various sources such as firewalls, intrusion detection, and prevention systems, and also endpoint security solutions. The data is then normalized, correlated, and analyzed to identify security incidents and events. Some examples of SIEM tools include Splunk, IBM QRadar, and ArcSight. It's an essential part of network security monitoring and management, as logs can provide valuable insights into security incidents and system events. There are several types of logs, including system logs, application logs, security logs, and audit logs. System logs contain information about the operation system and hardware. Application log contain information about specific applications. Security log contain information about security-related events. And audit logs contain information about changes made to system. Example of log management tools can be Splunk, Stack, ELK Stack, Loggly, and Greylog that you can analyze. Vulnerability management is the process of identifying, assessing, prioritizing, and addressing security vulnerabilities in system or network. It is an essential aspect of network security management as it helps organizations identify and mitigate potential security threats before they can be exploited by attackers. Vulnerabilities that are deemed critical or high risk should be addressed as soon as possible to reduce the risk of exploitation. Some popular vulnerability management tools include Nessus, Qualys, and OpenVAS. In addition, no one can do vulnerability or penetration testing according to their own. Everything must be done within the rules and by agreement. Incident response is the process of identifying, investigating, containing, and recovering from security incidents. It involves the use of procedures, technologies, and tools to detect and respond to security incidents in a timely and effective manner. Incident response is important because it allows organizations to minimize the impact of security incidents on their operation and reputation. By having an effective incident response plan in place, organization can quickly identify and respond to security incidents, minimize damage, and restore services as quickly as possible. We have reporting, assessment, containment, recovery, and investigation as incident response stages. Reporting is used to reporting security incidents to appropriate authorities. Assessments involves assessing the nature and scope of the incidents, identifying and affected systems and data. Containment is isolating affected systems and data to prevent further damage and to preserve evidence. Recovery is used to restoring systems and data to their pre-incident states. Last of this investigation usable for identifying the root cause of the incident and determining the steps needed to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. Uh, as a precondition, you need to know network knowledge, which is the part that requires the most information. Furthermore, basic computer knowledge and some Linux command has to know too. Uh, the platforms that works on Windows, Mac and Linux. Now I'm going to tell you about the use of Snort, which is my part, and antivirus examples. My friends will tell you the rest, which Wireshark and VPN examples. First of all, you can try Norton, Malwarebytes, Kaspersky, McAfee, Avast options from popular antiviruses. Most of them have free versions. These are also important to practice safe browsing. Now, let's move on Snort. So, as I mentioned earlier, Snort is a program used for IDS IP system, and I want to show you a simple detection method. First of all, I will show you this method via Linux. Let's open the terminal and change the user before writing the necessary code parts for the installation. So that we can handle it without encountering any problems. Alright, now let's do the installation by adding the word snort to the apt-get install command. Sorry. It didn't make any change to me because I had downloaded earlier. In the next step, we need to make changes to the IP in the configuration file. You need to use the following command and make the change as I showed. Type leafpad etc snort.configuration. Now, here we need to find the section we are looking for using Ctrl F and write your own keyword home and find it. Probably in your Snort configuration nodes there would be an NK. You should write your own IP number in the place where it says any. This is my IP number. You should find out your IP by using ifconfig command. Here is your IP address. Okay. So, after the changing this IP address, save and exit. Now Snort is ready to use. We can see code usage examples with the help, like this. After that, we can open our network to scanning using the code snort -q -va console snort config -i-0. Okay. Now probably we can see the network scanning. We will send a ping from our own Windows system to see is the snort detect process working using cmd ping. I need my IP. I copied it and passed. Now, this is how it shows the incoming packets to the network detail. Windows, ICMP ping, all the details are given.
Hi again. I will show an application for packet capturing. This application is Wireshark. Wireshark is very useful tool seeing packet informations and scanning other information. If you want to download this, you are using these links, and first you are going to wireshark.org, select your operation system, and you are downloading. I was already downloaded, so I'm canceling this, and I want to show an example, HTTP example. First thing, wait a minute, you are opening the Wireshark, and where you want to capturing packet, I'm using Wi-Fi, so the packets are coming and going from Wi-Fi. I'm opened, and let's do this example. First thing, in here you want a username and password. In here our username is Wireshark students, the password is network. When we do that, we access the file or another things. As you can see here, the Wireshark packet some informations. He collects some packets. We want to see this packeting, so we are doing a filter. HTTP filter. I use that, and let's see this one in here. Firstly, I want to talk about these things. As you can see, Wireshark show our IP addresses, and the destination is in CSS UMAS edu IP addresses and protocols, and the lengths of the packets. In here, I want to talk about this part. As you can see, authorization is basic. As you can see, the cryptographic data. We want to decode this. What we can see, I want to show here is the same data in there. When we open decoder and we will decode, not encode. Okay. When we convert the data, as you can see here, our username and our password. So we can understand that Wireshark in the backend see the files, informations, and IP addresses, destinations. When we look at and it can see another informations. For example, it can see source port, destination ports, sequence number, and another some basic informations. So it's very useful tool. I'm suggesting use it. Thanks for listening to me. I hope you enjoyed our presentations.